Welcome everyone. I don't know. This thing is not working. My computer's acting up on me. And anyway, welcome everyone. This is Will K Mac Vintage. If I get disconnected, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm seeing some weird things here. Um, can y'all? That's the thing. Luke, can you hear me? I know you're there. So and it's because my computer's been off for the past 2 weeks, and I just come home and I restarted it, and now it wants to do updates and uploads and running very slow. So, Luke, are you there? I know you were in my chat. So, hey, gut bomb. Hey, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right. Okay. No, just my computer's doing some weird stuff because it's been off for the past 2 weeks. And I turn it on, and it takes forever to boot up and sign in. And now it wants to do download every update possible for the past 2 weeks. So anyway,
Welcome
and
home.
oh yeah, I am glad to be home, boy. I tell you, it was 2 weeks that was pretty busy time, but it went by okay. I mean, it's a lot of stuff I brought in. Both of my suitcases were exactly 55 pounds, which is what I could bring in um, on 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 actually Cayman Airways. Most other planes or companies are only actually 50 pounds, but they are actually 55. So that actually extra 5 pounds in each suitcase helped. Even so, I had to bring some things in an actually duffel bag because I would have been a little bit over. So, but anyway,
Hey,
yes,
you sent me the link in a DM. I think you meant to put it in the channel.
I sent it to you directly.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought I put it in the channel. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, how can I copy this and post it?
I got it. I can copy and
All right,
paste it
you
for
can
you.
put it in. You can put it into the YouTube channel for me.
Yep, both of them.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I thought I was talking to you on the channel, and you're right. It was a direct link to actually you. Sorry about that.
No problem.
You got him in there. Maybe some more people will actually join in. Did you put them in, or
We're
are you doing it now?
pasting them right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I do all the Discord stuff on my phone, not on my computer. So
Yep, they're in there now.
okay. YouTube hell you put them in or something else?
I put them in shameless self promotion.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, there they are. All right. Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah. So anyway, I was up there, and my God, where do I start, man? I mean, I don't know. Should you want to see all the goodies, or you want to hear about my Dallas trip?
Want to hear about the trip? I saw some pictures at a museum.
Yeah, well, what I did was I went to Dallas. There's a friend of mine that I met by the name of actually Scott Harden. He's also a big time collector. He does not do actually content though. He does not do any type of YouTube streaming and this and that yet. He does have a pretty nice setup though at his house where he does his work, and he has got a huge collection. Some of his favorite things are really like the 512, the 128, the Plus, classics, SE30. He likes those all in ones. Okay, so he's
Hmm.
not really too much into the LCs and these other things. So hello there, Martin. How are you? I see you're in the chat. Are you? I'm a new one that you haven't seen. I think. At least I think so. I don't know. So because I recently saw you on the Discord. So, but anyway, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you could join.
Now your microphone sounds like it's
Oh,
dying.
geez. All right, hold on. Let me see if that's any better. Just let me know. How is it now?
It's better now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I need to buy a new one. Anyway, so in Dallas, I went there. I actually flew up to the States on the 10th, and on the 12th, I flew out of Dallas, and I went to Scott Harden's house, and then there I actually helped him fix some of his Macs, especially a portable. We did a 2C plus. I was working on a 2C for him, but could not get that up and working. So I may need Adam for that one if he wants to try it. Anyway, and then we went to his actually warehouse, one of his warehouses, well, one of his actually storage warehouses. And oh my God, does he have stuff in there? Oh, jeez, I was like, So he's got a lot of Macs in there, some Apple IIs in there, a lot of the G4s, the G5s, a lot of the actually large actually studio display monitors, even up to the 30-inch ones, the big ones. He's got about four of them in there. So
Nice.
then we also helped him. He needed some of those RGB to HDMI converter scalers. So I ordered the boards and all the parts, and I built five of them while I was there with him, and we got all those working because he needed them for his actually Sinclair machines because he also has a large actually collection of the actually Sinclairs. And then we got those working and everything. So three of them were for him, two of them were for me, but I sent one to my friend, to one of my team members, Jake, and the other one is going to actually Joakim over in actually Sweden, so that they also have one. And then I have five more to build, so I'm going to build five more of them for me to have here.
Nice.
So anyway, then recently Scott also got his hands on four Next machines. So he got
Which
he
variety?
he has just the normal desktop slab. Okay, he's got two of those. He's got the color one, and he's got a cube. Okay,
A
so he
cube. I
yeah,
would
so
love a cube.
so the actually cube. I thought I would love it too, but mm, the other ones are a bit better. I think a cube
It's
is.
not it's not the processing power of the machine, it's just how interesting it is.
So yeah, but there. I mean, it's a beast, man. It's a heavy thing. It's
Yeah.
and although it's easy to get to and to take out the main card with the processor and everything on it and the memory, and then you can pop out the entire tray in the middle that
It's
has
not
the
as
power.
heavy as that thing.
True, 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 true. So, yeah, it was a lot slower compared to the other three machines.
Yeah.
Okay, and on the actually color station that he has, that came with a 21-inch CRT. That's heavy too, boy. Whew. But all of the machines worked. All four of them booted up. I mean, all four of them work. Two of them, well, one or two of them was missing the hard drives, but he had one actually hard drive spare that the guy also sold him, so he put that back in. So then one of them was missing an actually internal. One of them came with a SCSI to actually SD, and it booted up fine. And there was a very good image on that card with everything on it. So then he
Nice.
also bought an actually Zulu SCSI to put in the other one that was missing a hard drive. And he just messaged me yesterday and told me that that's in the machine now and that it's working. He also
Great.
recapped one of them because he did have caps to do, but we didn't do them because we were running out of time. So he did one machine already. He changed all the caps, and that's back up and working. Two of the keyboards were having some issues with some keys, and he fixed that already. So then I don't remember what day it was. I think it was Friday on my trip up there because I went there on a Thursday. So I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I flew back Tuesday. So it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Saturday we drove all the way to actually Frisca, which is about a 45-minute drive from where he was staying, and it's a town. It's a city north of Dallas,
Yeah.
and
The
in
soccer team has a stadium there. The
so
Dallas
okay.
soccer team.
Yeah. So and there too is where the actually Dallas where the Cowboys training camp is. So Frisco. So, and there is the National Video Game Museum, and I tell you what a place. I mean, if you're ever in Dallas, I mean, us here that are in this community that love this vintage stuff, even though you may not be into the video games, it's not only video games. There's also a lot of computers there. Okay, they show a
Yeah.
lot of them also.
Yeah.
Um,
That whole shelf is all old video game
okay,
stuff. The
well
one
there
above the computers.
there I don't have the pictures up yet. I don't have them somewhere, but I'll hope to put them on the cloud somewhere, and then I can share links and people can see them. But it's definitely a place worthwhile to go and visit. So if you're in Dallas, no matter where, just try to make some time to go up there in the Frisco area and go to this museum. And apparently, right next to it, there's some other museums too. There is the actually railroad museum. There is a railroad museum there, and some other ones. Let me see, and let me look at the one of the pictures, and I can see what's all there because I did take a picture of the sign outside, and it shows all the different things that are in there. Um, 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 Yeah, there is the National Video Game Museum. There is the Black Box Theater and Art Gallery. There is a Traintopia, which is also like a museum. So, and it's in the Frisca Discovery Center. So it's a very nice place. Um, Pay the fee to get in there. Make sure you walk around good. Take all the pictures you want. Go and play some of the old, actually, video game arcade games that they have there. Buy something because it really supports them well, and they have a massive, massive collection. I mean, I was blown away.
Was it busy?
It wasn't too busy. I mean, I would say there were like 20 people in there or so when we were there, maybe a bit more. But I
Yeah, I'd
mean,
like to check it out.
each each actually exhibit is very well set up and very nicely done, and give you a very great history of everything. There are machines there that you can play with. You'll find their Atari, Commodore, PC Junior, IBM PC Junior, Apple IIs that are set up and everything. I mean, there are quite a bit of computers also. So definitely, if you're in that area or looking for something to do in Dallas area, go up there. You can knock out two or three nice things to actually see. So
Yeah,
definitely a worthwhile. Then after we left there, we went to a entertainment area in Frisco that is called Legacy, and they're basically Scott set up in a Dallas only Facebook group, because I don't live in Dallas, I can't be a member of it. So anyway, but what he did was he set up a post in there as an actually meet and greet and letting people know that I was coming. That anyone would like to meet me and that and to just talk about shop, just talk about the things that we do. Come on down there. Come on down there, and he gave the place that we would be meeting at, um, and we were there waiting, and within no time, with three people showed up. So
nice.
I was very glad that at least three people came, and we sat there and chatted very well. One of them was Austin. Let me see, I and the other one I think was Kevin. I gotta check. I'm very bad with names, and I apologize for that. If I don't interact with the person every day, I I forget names, so I really apologize. Kevin, Austin, and also William, and then another one that I met, which I mean, actually Scott took me over to actually his house, which was not too far away. Was actually what's his name, Petar. He goes by the name of Petar, and I'm sure you've seen posts of him everywhere on Facebook groups and on a lot of the actually YouTube channels.
Hmm.
Another massive collection person. He's got some of the rarest things I have ever seen. Okay, so I mean, just I was, and he's been collecting from actually 1995. Okay, so he's got a huge collection in his house. He's got like four bedrooms and then a garage and then storage units that are all full.
When does a collection become a hoard?
So, well, yeah, but I mean, he's also a tinkerer and does some amazing things. So,
Yep.
and he's got some very good ideas and very good intention of things to do with actually a lot of the things that he has. But the one that I was very shocked about was meeting actually William. Okay, um, William turned out to be by someone that's on 68K under a different handle that I've been trying to reach him for months. Okay, I never knew William was the same person. Okay, so I'll get to the name in a minute. But anyway, we're sitting there. I'm sitting there. The other two people are there already, and Scott and me, and we're eating. We're having some finger food and some drinks and that, and then actually William comes and sits down, and he sits down and he says, "Will, I am Warmac." Okay, so
Hey.
the person by that handle Warmac that is on actually 68K, and
Hmm.
he's done some amazing things, especially with the Apple Lisa. Okay, he's the one that him and his team and um, Alex the Cat 123 created the actually Apple Lisa CPU board, logic board. Warmac created the actually PSU board, and a lot of other cards that they have for the actually Apple Lisa. So, but one of the main things that I was looking for him for was, hold on, let me get it here. Where did I put it? Okay. Anyway, he came there and he brought me some boards, and amazingly, one of them is this board, which is for Apple Lisa, but it is a 2 megabyte SIM card board for Apple Lisa.
Oh,
So
nice.
so you can build this and then you can use 30-pin SIMs on a Lisa, which is very rare. But the other one that I wanted was, and some people have been asking me for this, and I've been messaging Warmac to ask him, hey, what is your status with this project? What's happening with it? And he brought me two of these. Okay, this card. This is the Tash. This is the Tash Mega. I know it's having a hard time focusing. Maybe if I go to the other camera, this card here, yeah, this is the Tash Mega. So basically, what this will do is that you put this inside your HD20 case, you know, the HD20 external hard drive.
Yep.
All right, you replace the card in there with this one, and then it's got the memory slot for you to put in your actual memory card, and then it becomes like an actually Tash 20 drive. But I mean, inside the same case.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
And
really
the other
cool.
things is that he added the LED on it and the power and everything, but he also added where you can connect to here the actually original hard drives actually a stepper motor. You disconnect it from the main hard drive and it just connects here and to the opto, and then depending on the activity of the tash, this card will actually make the actually stepper motor move and simulate all the noises of the actual hard drive.
I like
Okay.
that.
So I was looking for this card. Now this card is not final. This is still a demo. There are a couple mistakes on it that I need to botch, and but I do have all the stuff for me to make this now and populate it and test it out and so forth. So I was so happy that he brought me two of these because I was looking for these, and he knew I was looking for them. Just he never answered me back. So William, if you're watching or if you hear about this, thank you. And I mean, what that's one of the first things that I'm going to work on. So anyway, so yeah, so I was very happy that I got these from him. So the Lisa 2 megabyte RAM card. This is actually prototype unit revision one board, and then the actually Tash 20 mega. And because I know quite a lot of people are looking for the Tash 20 mega. Luke, okay, what's Luke saying? It looks
It looks like he's outlining his collection.
who?
Lots of power books.
Oh, you thought my collection? Okay, well, I mean, God bomb, you don't know, but actually, Luke Bawden is actually from actually Cayman, and he's been to my house a couple times, but he's up in Canada right now at actually school. So he actually, I mean, his family lives here and he comes here all the time. So actually, my collection has not grown too much, Luke. But what you see, let me see if I can. What you see on this tub here is all boards that I brought, things that I brought back on this trip. I have 31 boards that people have sent me that I need to work on. 31. So from most of them are SE30s that I need to actually reload. Um, yeah,
You love doing that.
yeah.
You're
Well,
the only one who loves doing that.
if you see on that tub, you see that pink thing wrapped there. That's actually 15 new SE30 boards that just came in from China.
Nice.
But those, instead of purple, those are now blue because some people have been asking me for some boards that are blue. So now when you want a board, you can choose, you want purple or do you want blue. So I really don't like the other colors too much. I have only a few right now to see color power books. Yeah, you have a bunch of power books. You actually love those laptops, Luke. I don't. I don't like the laptops. Too much bad plastic for me.
I'm looking to get a
How you
power
can
book
do that
sometime
with the
soon.
stepper motor? Yeah, power books are small and cheap. Huh? Yeah, they are cheap in that, man. But a lot of times, man, you end up getting a basket full of parts. Yeah, Martin, I'm also not into the laptops too much. I have a few, but not much. So yeah, a lot of work, Luke. A lot of work. I have 31 boards there, plus everything else that I need to build. I have their SC30 boards. I have some classic. I have two CI boards that I need to recap and get to work and send back to the person. Two two CI power supplies that I also need to recap and get them to work. I have a Quadro 950 that was battery bombed that underneath the memory slots, same as mine was, but this is for actually Jake. So I need to fix that board for him, and I already saw
Were,
a couple broken traces. Hmm?
were you able to rescue yours?
Yes, yes, yes. The one of mine works, and I just bought a Quadra case and power supply and drive bays and all that on actually eBay. It was on there $200.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know who else saw that post on actually eBay, but I actually swooped in and picked it up right away. So and they're shipping it to my forwarder in actually Miami, so it will be in Cayman in about 2 weeks or so. So what other boards I have there? Um,
Probably
and a
got
bunch
some
of
Dan cards in there from me.
well, yeah, your Dan cards are actually in this box here.
You know, right after I sent those, I realized I have a battery bombed classic board I was just going to send you so you could have some extra parts.
That's your Dan right
And
there. That's one of your Dans.
dead Dan.
That and that. These two are just some of your Dans. These are the card readers. Yeah, I got them here. What else is here in this box from you? Um,
I sent
hold
you
on.
three
Let me.
blanks too.
Yeah, let me switch cameras here. This box here, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, so I got these. Yeah, these are your Dan cards. I think three.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, three. So these are the ones from you. Uh, so
I
I
ended
will
up
build
getting
them.
a reactive micro drive turbo and I love it.
So, but I am gonna fix those. I'm gonna work on that and get that done too. I bought a lot of ribbon cable. This is which one is this? This is the 10 because I need it for different projects that I'm doing because we've got a clone of the Apple Cat coming out and I need some of this for that. And then same with this. This is also ribbon cable. This is 26 pin. This is for me to make for the Apple 3 stuff. Apple 3 Apple 3 floppy connectors to go with the Apple 3 to Apple 2 adapter that we sell. All right, this is from you also. This is some more sockets. These are your 8255s. Yeah, that's your 8255
Oh,
chip.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that you sent me.
Yep.
All right, and then these are some more memory I have to make. I have enough for me to make 56, and I have to make 56 of them.
56 4 meg RAM sticks.
Yeah, Blink ones.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna order some of those, by the way.
Um, this is something that we've been working on for a while, and I think now I finally got the last version. Well, I got the final version. Um, this is a special board. Okay, really, what it's going to be used for is like on an SE30. You put this where your SIM socket is. Okay, and this is going to have another socket on it up here, and then you can put in your RAM. So it is like a breakout board, but what it'll do is
Mhm.
that it gives you access points to all the pins here that you can meter or that you can probe with your scope live while it's working.
Mhm.
Okay, because with the RAM there, it's very difficult for you to get to all those points.
Yep.
So this is just like a small little actually adapter board that will
On a
have another.
reloaded, you at least have access to the pins right there on the board on the bottom
Yes,
there.
yeah,
But on a regular board, you don't have those. You don't have that kind of access.
you're right, yeah, but you need to know which ones they are in that, and at least on this board here, they're all numbered, and it tells you what they are.
Yep.
If it's actually A1, A2, A3, and so forth. So I mean, with this, then you can very easily just actually put it in here, put in your ROM, it will sit up here, and then you can take all your readings right there. So it's a very simple board that we're that I actually needed for me to actually probe things, and I figure maybe some other people need it too. So anyway.
So these were the things that I meant to send to you that I never got around to sending. I'll send them next time I send you something. But we got a classic
Yeah,
RAM,
a classic RAM card. Yes, definitely. Those are very good to have.
and then this guy
The
right here.
classic
It's
board.
the
Oh, please.
yep.
Yeah, I could definitely use them.
I attempted a repair, but it was too far gone.
Yeah, a lot of times a classic. It's not it is not an actually expensive board. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't seem to like it. I actually love it. It's not that much work to actually transfer. You see, so a lot of times when it's bombed bad, it's a lot easier to actually transfer. You see, and you know what's funny about that one's actually RTC chip. It's right next
Hmm.
to the battery, and it always seems to get damaged, right?
Yeah. Let's see. I
But
think.
but you know that RTC can actually lose half of its pins as long as it loses the ones that are not needed. You can actually use it still.
Yeah. Let's see if I can
Okay, well,
get this
if it
to
loses
focus
all
on
the
it.
pins on the actually front side that is facing to the front of the board, it doesn't matter. You can actually use it still.
Yeah. The half of the front pins are eaten through.
Yeah. Even if you lose all of them on that side, you can actually
Yep.
use it still. You don't need any of those pins on that side. All right. It only
Man,
needs eight pins. It only needs eight pins.
this board was so nasty when I first got it. This is like amazingly clean compared to how it was when I got it.
Martin, if you have it that it's got the actually rip pads and that, I mean, depending how bad and actually how many, if it is the chip pads, forget it. It's not worth actually saving. I can transfer it over. I mean, I have a bunch of those boards that I transfer over. So anyway, and then in here too, I have boards from actually Scott that I need to work on. This is a classic, another classic.
Oh,
See,
this reminds me. When I send this to you, it's going to come without the DB19 because I need the DB19 for something else.
okay.
But you can have the rest of it.
This is Scott Apple threes. Okay, this. Oh yeah, when I was there. Oh, I got a funny story here too. Scott. I found an Apple III that was being sold in the Dallas area very cheap, so I quickly sent the link to actually Scott, and he contacted the actually lady, and the lady says, "Yeah, sure, you can go. You can come pick it up anytime you want. I'll sell it $200." Well, she wanted 200. Well, she was like, nah, 200 is a bit low. What else can you do? Scott said, okay, what about 210? She said, okay, I'll take it. So we ended up driving all the way from northeast Dallas all the way to actually Fort Worth area.
Mhm.
About an hour drive, 45 minutes, an hour or so. Hours.
My mom was born in Fort Worth.
Okay. Uh, we get we get down there, right? Okay. Now, I mean, Scott actually drives a Beamer, so we're going into an area of Fort Worth that is not very favorable. Okay. And it gets even worse when we go in when we're getting closer to the house, and then we get to a house and we don't see the number, but there's a lady sitting on the front porch, and curlers and something on her head and this and that, and Scott rolls down his window and asks, "Hey, is this actually house number blah blah blah?" She couldn't hear, so then she comes up to the fence. Now, I mean, these are older homes, kind of run down and fenced in, and dogs in the yard and so forth. And she comes back and she comes over, and as she says, "Who are you looking for?" And I mean, in a real Texan accent and all that too. So Scott and I we actually look at each other and we're like, someone keep an eye out for some guns or something coming out soon. So he says, "Yeah, is actually this actually lady home?" She says, "Oh, well, she lives here, but I don't know if she's here right now." And then actually Scott says, "Okay, let me call her." Next thing she asks, okay, now I mean actually remember here's actually Scott and I sitting in a Beamer, and she comes and asks, "Are you the parole officer?" I mean, both of us start actually laughing, and then the lady answers the phone and she says, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm just in the back of the house. Let me actually bring it out to you." So I mean, here she is carrying a box full of manuals and discs, and one of the actually small little monitors that you see a lot with an Apple II.
Mhm.
And she brings that out, and then next thing she brings out, she actually brings out the Apple III. Now the Apple III is in like mint condition. I mean, it's only missing one key, two keys, but I mean the rest is clean, not a scratch on it. I look inside, spotless, clean, perfect condition. I mean, look at the bottom; it is so shiny that I could see my own actually reflection from that metal tray on the bottom. I was like, "Holy crap!" So it was like just amazing. And I mean, I told Scott right away, "Pay it and let's get out of here." Okay, let's just get out of here because this thing this thing can probably be so actually hot that it's gonna melt your trunk and just actually fall out the back. All right, and we're just like, get in the car, put it into the trunk, get in the car, and just haul ass out of there as fast as we can, that area, and make sure we don't see no one following us. So anyway, so yeah, so him and I became an actually parole officers, driving a Beamer. So, but the only thing was that the actually memory card was the Apple III memory card was giving some faults on some memory. So I brought it here with me, and I have like six of these. So I'm gonna try to get this to work in mine, and then I can send it back to him. So that's what's in this box of his. So here's another classic board, the memory board. This is another classic that I need to look at and see what I can do. And then he gave me another SE30 here too that's bombed that I need to work on. Is this from?
Speaking of bombed SE30s, I have this board that is like almost completely stripped. Is this useful to you in any way? The RAM sockets are plastic.
No, because I actually replaced those. Nah, nothing on there I can use.
Okay,
What about on the backside? Are they actually ferret? Well, no, I can buy ferret beads now, so I don't even need to rescue those.
cool.
No, no good. That's basically an actually empty shell now.
Yep. I was thinking of putting it up on the wall or something.
Now, the funny thing with actually Scott, how I met him was when I was just starting out in this, and I wanted to do these actually SE30 boards. Scott had a SE30 board that was bombed, and everyone else was telling him, "Nah, nah, nah, don't even bother with it." I told him, "Hey, why don't you send it to me? I'll take a look at it, and I'll see what I can do." Okay, and that was my first SE30 reloaded that I did. Okay, um, and
See,
it worked. It works great. He still has it, and because that machine was his uncle, so it had some sentimental value to actually him.
hmm
So he was very glad that it got up and working, and that it was actually reloaded, and he has it. So that was my first SE30 that I ever did.
see that board I showed you, the one that's all stripped now, that one
Hmm.
was battery bombed, and I was able to just repair the board, but then
Yeah,
I broke it doing something else.
if it's not too bad, you can, especially now with that matrix.
Yep.
You
I
can,
used the matrix to follow all of
yeah. I
the
mean,
traces to find where it was.
I use that matrix so many times. I mean, I've had boards that people send me that are like, "Oh, I can't get this to work," and other people looked at it and they can't get it to work. Can you take a look at it?
You
And I
probably
said,
got that matrix memorized now.
"Yeah, well, I have it pinned up on the wall almost." Anyway, so they sent me the board, and I said, "Look, before I do a transfer, I want to try to fix the board. Okay, I may work half a day on it to see if I can fix it. Okay, if I can't, if I see too many traces gone and the vias are gone and this and that, then I'll just make the call and says, yeah, I cannot fix this. I have to transfer it. Okay. But a lot of boards, I'm able to with that matrix follow it, and then even other chips that are not on the matrix. Okay, by looking at the schematic, you can see where they go. You can see where all the other signals that are not part of the matrix go, and
hmm
even them I will tone out. You see, and a lot of times I find a broken trace, I fix it, and the board works. So the guy that sent me 5 boards last time, both of his SE30s, all it was just a couple broken traces that I found using the matrix. So
Yeah,
one,
that board, when mine was battery bombed, I just had to fix two traces and that was it.
yeah. All right. So some of the other things that I bought. Let me zoom this in a little bit because it's kind of far away to see.
Yeah, make yourself big too. I'm not doing anything
All
interesting.
right. How the hell do I do that again?
I think you just double click on your video frame. I could be wrong about that.
All right. There. Okay. So I needed, because I have like 20 SE30 boards to do. I decided that I was gonna contact Console 5 because we all know Console 5 sends the amazing candy.
Do you
And
actually eat it?
actually, being actually diabetic, I can't, but sometimes I may actually sneak it in.
I
So
give them to my son.
I have a fireball here, and I have one that is green, a Buster that's green. So anyway, I had to buy I had to buy a bunch of caps. So I bought some for the two CI and for the two CI power supplies that I have over there that I need to fix. But then I also bought for the SE30. And one of the nice things I didn't know, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but Console 5, if you buy a large quantity and you choose not to have them individually wrapped, and you buy them in bulk, what actually Luke from Console 5 calls bulk, he'll send them to you this way, and you get it at a lower price.
Oh, nice.
Okay, because he doesn't have to individually count and seal and that. But I don't know why I got caps that are like this. Now these are still solid, but they just look like the actually electrolyte caps.
Yeah, those are the polymer ones that
Yes.
they're red. Yeah, I
Yes.
got some of those last time as well.
Yeah. So this here is actually 15 kits for actually SE30s. So I have 15 of those there, and then these are for the two CI and the two CI power supply and my 2 pieces of candy. And
I
he
just
owed
did a
me 40.
2CI
He
power supply a couple weeks ago.
he owed me a couple caps that were missing from the portable cap kits that I bought last time. So he also sent me those back replacement. Other things I bought. These are These are the um, these are the battery holders. CR 2032 battery holders. So I needed some of those, so I got those. Um, Earlier you saw that I had a lot of the actually ribbon cable, 10 pin. These are the headers for 10 pin. These are the connectors on the end that go on. So because I have to make a bunch of cables, both for the cat for the Apple Cat and for the RGB to HDMI adapters and all that. One of the other things that I saw that I learned, you see, this is why I like seeing or visiting other people sometimes. And when I was at Scott's house, he had such a nice setup. I'm surprised that his family has not kicked him out of the house yet with all of his collection. I mean, it's that bad, but anyway, he uses these much longer sponge type Q-tips. So if you see, I mean, they're nice long handles and they're harder plastic, and then they got a sponge tip on them. You see, so I kind of like that.
Oh yeah, so those are lint free too, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, that's the other thing. So that's why I liked it, and apparently the ones he buys were not available from Amazon. But I mean, there's so many types out there, and these are the same. These look the same as the ones that he buys, so I'm okay with that. Uh, some other thing that he uses, he had this. Okay, and I normally buy a actually flux remover and board cleaner that goes in my ultrasonic cleaners, but I buy that
Mhm.
in the actually gallon jugs. But I guess maybe
What
it's
do
my
you use for that, by the way? Is it the Branson electronic or
the
is it
Branson
something
one
else?
is very hard to find and it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a different one that I buy that I use. Let me see where my bottle is. Oh, it's in the garage. It's not in here with me. I don't
Yeah,
think.
just let me know sometime later because all I've got is like the blue, almost dish soap stuff that my ultrasonic came with.
Yeah, I'll have to find my bottle. It's in the garage. It's not in my room here with me. So, but I guess it's actually my own fault. I never really tried to or thought of using that directly on boards that I'm working on right away for me to clean.
Hmm.
So, but he actually uses the Branson in his ultrasonic cleaner, but then he uses this on his at this actually workbench. He puts them in some small bottles
Hmm.
and he uses it directly. And when I was there, I was using it a bit, and man, it works so nice, man. It really cleans it very well, quick. With you actually spray a little bit of that on there, and with those long actually Q-tips clean it, or even actually with a brush, works well. So I'm eager to try this. I used it with him over at actually his place, and it worked very well. So I know it will work good here too. I bought this from actually Amazon, so if anyone's looking for it. It came in a box by itself in an actually sealed bag like actually this. So because it was sealed like this, I then left it in that box. I added some more things in that box and I put it in my suitcase and I brought it. So anyway, no one else out there? No, no one else joining yet. I bought some more actually drill bits, real tiny drill. I mean, these are actually finger bits that I can use to take out flux and things. Well, solder out of very stubborn vias. I've been using these for a while, but they actually break so quick, so easily. Then another thing that actually Scott was using that I was like, oh man, I need these. Have you seen these before, Gabum?
Yeah, I bought a set of them couple months ago.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I bought a set too now, and I used them when I was there, and I was like, man, these things are amazing.
They make removing the CPU from a SE30 board very easy.
Oh no, SE30 board removing CPU. You want to know how I do it? Heat and this guy. That's it. That's it. It goes very quick.
I had a few stubborn pins, and those really helped me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I see a lot of them are actually hollow, except for one that's got a point on it. This red point one. All the other ones hollow in the middle. Yeah. So I use these at his place there on the actually portable board, and they work great. I was very happy, so I decided I was gonna get a pair. So well, I was gonna get a set. Some other things. Oh yeah. Well, again, these are for the ribbon cables, but these are 25 pin connectors, male, that go to a ribbon cable. You see, so because I need to make those cables. So 25 pin.
What are you going
The
to use those cables for?
That's for the Apple Cat and some other things that are going to connect to the actually SCSI port.
Ah,
It can be used too for the actually tech step and so forth. These are some 10 pin head. These are actually 20 pin headers. Yeah, yeah, a 20 pin floppy cables. So that's for that's those two. This other one is 26 pin. Yeah, these are actually 26 pin. These are for Apple 3 and some other things that I we have. Oh, let's see here. Oh, let's keep on going. And this too, I was surprised about. Okay, have you ever seen this?
oh, it's that cleaning gel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've tried that. It made my fan grill like it got all of the dust out of the fan grill like
yeah,
immediately.
but you know why I have it now? Because a lot of times you got a very fine little small things all over your work area and on your working mat that you're soldering on and so forth, and this will pick all
Hmm.
that. This will pick up all of that stuff. So this is something else. This is something else that actually Scott was using to actually clean his work area um, from his mat. Because I mean, you can shake it off in that, but there's always some very fine solder or metal flakes or things that actually stick to it. Because even the work area is a bit sticky. So at
Yep.
least with this, you can actually roll it on there and tap it on there, and all that comes up. So a great actually little thing for me to try and use. So I'm happy for that. Uh, I bought some new um, probes for my meter from because I wanted some actually fine tip.
The really pointy ones.
Yeah, yeah. So these are nice flexible cables. Oh, sorry, my camera's way out there in left field. So these are easy. Um, and right now on this, they're just the actual standard tips. Although these look, yeah, they're the same
They're
as what I
long,
have.
but they're
They're
not
the,
the
well, they're the same as what I have now, but in this bag here, there are even finer ones.
nice.
Okay, and a little wrench that I can screw that off, and I can put on the actually finer ones. So, and it has the actually hook ones too. I have so many of these things, so already, but the main one was that for me to get it with the very fine tip. Uh, this is again because I got to make a lot of cables. These are male and female DB9 plugs. Yeah, see there. male and female. Because again, we're doing some of the things with the video stuff and with the scalers and this and that, so I
Yep,
need to
those are
be.
perfect for the RGB to HDMI TTL video stuff.
Well, that's where you see this comes in with the headers, with the 10-pin header and the ribbon cable that comes out of the RGB to actually HDMI. But I also have the adapter boards coming for the RGB to actually HDMI. So
Ron and I worked on a 3D printed bracket for the back of an SE30 to have a DB9 port just sticking out of the back to hook up to the RGB to HDMI.
hmm
So the internal TTL video outboard would be installed inside the SE30 and then run a cable up to the DB9 port on the back, and then you can just plug your scaler and external display right into the back of the Mac.
yeah, because it's got the DB9 there on the back. So yes. See, well, I had because I don't have a bamboo. Um, Jake does, and he went and printed me some of the cases for the RGB to actually HDMI device.
You got to get yourself a bamboo. I got one a few weeks ago, and
So
it's
yeah, but
fantastic. I probably printed more on it than I did in my Ender the whole 3 years I had it.
I got another pound of solder, and then this should be my two Picos. Yeah, these are my Pico ATX boards, and these are my yeah, and there they are. It's for me to make available some of this. These are the AC DC converters. This one is for the SI. So I needed some more of these for me to make them available.
Oh yeah, for your power supply project.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, and then I shoot, man. All of this stuff here is actually Mauser orders. I mean, I got so much Mauser orders for me to make the Tash Mega, to make the some more Tash external tinies, um, some more ROM and RAM, and what else? DAN cards for me to make um, some more of the RGB to actually HDMI, and to make the actually additional boards for the RGB to actually HDMI. Um, so that's all this Mauser stuff. Then I got some more. This is a more ribbon cable, but this is ribbon cable that I didn't have already. This is the 20 and the 26 conduct. Yeah, so I have more of that. I did buy some actually ready-made ones. I was able to find this is 26 pin and this is 20 pin ready-made. These are these things. These little adapters. I mean, kind of hard to see, but they're like the pins you use when you need to go into a socket,
Yep.
and you solder them in, and then you cut off this top piece. So I got a buttload of those because I need them for a special project that I don't want to let the cat out of the hat yet on that one. Let the cat out of the bag. Um, I needed some HDMI and regular to actually mini adapters. These are hard to find. I don't know why they're so hard to find. These are 26 pin.
It's such a terrible connector too. I hate micro HDMI.
Oh, and believe it or not, I found replacements for the 128, 512, and plus keyboard This is the RJ11 connection that you
Oh,
plug.
nice.
So I was able to find some of those. Then this I like. This is for a lot of prototyping. These are your DuPont cables on one end, but on the other
Oh,
side,
yeah.
and banana clips. So you see, these are the males,
Yep.
and then here's the female. So I was glad to find that. So a lot of this stuff comes from that store that is right up in actually West Palm Beach area where I go, mpja.com. They have a lot of stuff, and they're very well priced. So you can go online and order. And they take PayPal and everything. Who's joining? Ah, yes.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you, Frederick?
Hey, Frederick.
Good, you?
Oh, I'm happy to be home. Tired too, but I am happy to be home. Let's just say it that way. So,
Ha- Happy birthday, Frederick.
Thank you.
oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I didn't know.
Thank
So,
you.
um, yeah, this is a ROM programmer that actually Jake had that wasn't working. So I need to see why and fix that.
What sort of model is it?
This is version 1. I think this is version 1. Let me just make sure it's not version 2. Yeah, yeah. This is version 1 because it's got the other chips and all that on it. So something with the port, something with the connection that I got to do, and then it'll be okay. So, but I mean, we're not really pushing version. We're not really selling version 1 anymore. So then I got a buttload of Pi SE zeros because I need them for the HDMI, for the RGB to HDMI. So I was able to get 20 of them here. What else is here? Jake now sent me a bunch of things. Bunch of things that he had at his house, and he's like, I'm not going to use these. I'm going to send them to you. So it goes from one house to the next, and I'll probably never end up using it. One of the things that we also came out with, I mean, you all know we have the Macometer, right? This is something that my team created. So, and with this, on a lot of machine, the you have the dongle that you can plug into the back of the machine, and then with your ADB cable connected here and here, and then this can come out to the actually to the actually front of the machine, right?
Hmm.
Um, but Jake made this actually device. Okay, so you take this and you put it on the expansion port of the actually classic or any of the classic type clone boards, and you put it in there, and then you can slide it into the case, and you connect your ADB cable here and to here, and you can still get all your readings.
Oh, that's really cool.
So
Well,
you don't even need to use the actually floppy port.
so there's an actual opening for the ADB connector on the
Well,
cable.
when you're testing, you normally have the back off of it, right? You have
Yeah.
that piece off. But I mean, even if you want to leave this card in there, you can, because it will still close with this card in there. So, but you just connect your ADB cable here, and you can get your readings. Because normally this is for someone that fixes boards. This or not. It's not for your everyday user of the
Yeah.
machine.
Hmm.
Okay. So, if someone sends me a board and I need to fix it and I need to get readings, I can put this in there, put it into the machine, test it. If it's okay, I don't gotta go back to it. So that's what this is. So now this will work on most of the on just about all of the ones that are equal to the actually classic, to the actually color classic. Okay, so it will work on. Oh, jeez, I have some of those boards here, but they're put away somewhere. So that's what this card is. So I didn't have one here, so then he actually sent me one for me to have, so that I can test with.
One
So
thing I don't know though is what will the readouts give you? What type of information is it?
it will give you the voltages. It will give you the actually three actually rails, the actually 5 volt,
Okay.
the actually 12 volt, the 5 volt, and the actually negative 12. So up here is the 12 volt. Here is the 5 volt, and this is the negative 12 volt.
Okay.
Okay, it does say it on the case. It's just kind of hard to see on the video.
Mm.
Okay, it says here negative 12, 5, and 12. So it will give you those, and it's pinned out correctly to make sure that it goes to the proper meter, that the proper rail goes to the proper meter.
Right.
All right, so not sure what else he sent me there. Sent me some chips here that I don't know what these are yet. 74 LS 125s. It's things he had at his house that he wasn't using. ULN 2003. This is a relay. This is a power relay. What else did he sent me? Some 470 ohm caps. Well, not caps. Are those resistors? Another pi. Another pi. Yeah, Jake. I tell you, Jake actually cleaned his house and send me everything he didn't want. Reefer caps. A lot of this I don't even know what it is yet. These are headphone jacks that are the wrong kind that I can't use. Some chips here. 74 LS 33. No, LS 328. Is it 328?
Thanks, John.
323. Who else is there? Sean is there, yes. Retro Techie. Hi, hey, Retro, how are you? Retro, I sent you an email of some of those pictures from the actually video game museum. I don't know if you ever got them or if you ever saw it. This was something that I needed too. I was watching Justin's stream a couple nights ago when he had that 2CI that he was working on, and the issue with him turned out to be the 50 megahertz crystal. And without Jake knowing, because Jake doesn't watch too much of the streams, he actually sent me three of those same crystals oscillators. And because I've got two CI boards that I never checked the actually oscillator, so I'm gonna go back and check them and see, maybe that will fix it too. So, but I also ordered a bunch, so I have about 20 of them on the way. This is another RTC chip that he sent me here. Ay, 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 ay. NE556N dual timer.
You can never have too many Mauser chips.
I got stuff all over the place. I don't know what this one is. Which one is this?
I'm gonna grab a bite. I'm gonna eat in here. Actually, I'm gonna do a be right back, but I'm right here. Just gonna
Okay,
eat.
all right.
Don't
I
want
don't know
to.
what I don't know what chip of Apple this is, but it's a 3410020. Let me see what that is. Let me see what chip that is. 341-0020. Okay, why is that not coming up? That's not coming up. 340. Oh, because I typed in 341. Apple ASIC chip. Apple Soft. AppleSoft Basic F8 ROM. That's okay. So this is the F8 ROM.
Oh yeah, thanks, Martin, for the wishes.
Hey, Frank S.
Frank, hey, how are you? Did you make it to actually Orlando? Frank lives in the same area I do that I go to up in Florida, but this time we did not get to link up. He had to go to Orlando. send me more chips. I'm not sure what all these are. I'll have to check them later.
Can you read a couple of numbers?
Hmm.
What numbers are they?
Well, I can look, but just let me pull them all out of here. Then these are the ROM clips. He printed a bunch of them. This is the Type B clip. Now, anytime someone buys a ROM from us, they get the Type A and the Type B clip just in case if they need them.
Mhm.
So these are the ones designed by actually PotatoFi. He's made it open shareware now, and made it gave us approval that we can include it with our ROMs. So that's nice to have there.
Good night, Frank.
Frank, you going night? Yes, have to run though. That LC3 is coming tomorrow. Can't wait. Okay, but
Oh yeah,
Frank,
you won John's LC3.
yeah,
Awesome.
I need to look through the scope and see what these. I need to look under the light here to see what these chips are. These are NE 585 566N. So that's just a timer chip. 74LS05N.
Inverter.
CA 3146E. RCA H253. I don't know what that one is. I'll have to look that one up. Never. 74LS132N.
132. I think it's a Norgate with.
Right. These are ROM chip. These are programmable here. These are AM27C512s. These are the ones we use on our tech step on our tech step cartridges that we sell. 74LS05s. That's some more of them. Yeah, a lot of these are 74 chips. This one is so small I can't even see it. 2003AN. Yeah, ULN 2003AN. Not sure what that is. And then this is TBP28L22N. So these are some numbers I never heard of.
Yeah. Weird.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a snack.
Okay. So anyway, these are a lot of the stuff that came from Jake. I need to, when I got more time, sit down and go over them. A lot of stuff. So any of those numbers rang a bell to you, Frederick?
A few. Yeah.
Oh, LSs, yeah.
Yeah, LS, but the others.
Like I said, I think he was demucking his actually house and or his actually work area and decided to send me everything except the kitchen sink. So, but it's all right. That's happened sometimes, right? So, and then let's see what else. I still got this other big box here. Okay, yeah.
Another Mauser box. Nice.
Yeah, but I filled this up with a lot of other stuff too. So, because Mauser boxes come with so much extra space in them.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I have to pack everything into a suitcase, I need to try to slam as much stuff in here as I can. And when you see how much stuff I slammed in here, so this is the plier crimper for those connectors with the actually ribbon cable with the actually flat cable.
Yeah.
So
I need one of those.
Hmm.
I need one of those. I'm tired of using the pliers and vice grip.
Yeah, and this came from Amazon. So go on. I mean, that's where I found it. A
Mm.
lot of the cables and the connectors I found on Amazon because a lot of places didn't have them. So then these are DB25 PCB mounted connectors
Mm-hmm.
from Mauser. That again, I use these on the actually reloaded boards. Normally, I try to salvage, but if it's damaged too much, then I have to use a new one.
Right.
These are DB9s, PCB mount also.
Mm. Got a ton of those also.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I never tried. I never worked with it before, but I'm gonna try it. This is actually solder paste, so I never really worked with it before. So I'll give it a shot and see how it works.
Mm.
These are DB9 also, but these are ribbon cable connection,
Yeah.
and same thing here. This is also ribbon cable connection. Uh, this is memory that I buy for me to make the 4 MB ROMs.
You, okay, you can still buy those.
Well, these are actually 72 pin, 16 MB ROMs. I mean, sorry, RAM. I'm saying these are 72 pin, 16 megabyte Sims, and I take the
That
chips
is a
off.
lot.
I take the chips off, and then I make the 4 MB ROMs.
Serious? You take the
Yeah,
time to do that?
yeah. You see, here is the PCBs for it. Our
Hmm.
own PCB design. You see, so now this is just normal RAM. Then I don't know if you saw Adrian's video, but we also make the actually Blink RAM.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have some of it sitting here? Yeah, I have one sitting here. So this is the Blink RAM. So it's got the two RAMs on it. It's got a LED there and there, and two actually resistors, and then an actually AT Tiny 25 on the back. And what it does is that it monitors the actually read and write, and depending on which one has activity or not, the different LEDs will blink.
Okay.
So now I've gotten so used to knowing how to read this that I can easily tell if the machine is going to boot or not, and if there's any problems. Like it may start blinking and then all of a sudden stop. So then I know that some is loading, but not all, and then I know where to go check, especially on an actually SE30. So I buy RAM like actually this. I buy the 72 pins and I salvage it. I actually unsolder them and then I make these. So this is actually 4 MB. So you can take four of these and put in an SE30, and you have 16. You put eight, you end up getting 32 megs.
Mm-hmm.
So it works very nicely. What else I have in here? These are some more SD card readers that I need for my Tash 20s to make. Got a lot of those to make.
Oh, yeah. I bought about 30 of them on AliExpress at what? It's a ridiculous price.
Yeah, but what were they good or did they have problems?
No. They're good. It's just the not the actual reader. It's just the slot.
Oh, okay. Well, no, this is the whole. I don't buy these from Ali. I get these off of Amazon, but they probably come from Ali and anyway. So um, probably the people selling them on Amazon are selling them, get them from Ali. This has got everything on it. So okay, so it's basically everything like I see that.
Is it CH376 based? The chip?
Let me see. No, that's not a chip that's on it. It's a LC. Oh God, why can't I see it now? LC 125A. That's a chip that's on it.
Okay.
But I use these in my Tash 20s. Here's a Tash 20. You see, so we put that right onto the card,
Hmm.
flat. Um, I basically bend these up, take out the plastic, and then cut them, and then this gets soldered right onto there, and I push them
Okay.
through. Then we add the two LEDs. I just need to run a small jumper here off the chip to a connector here to actually drive this here LED. Then on the back is a PIC 161704 chip with the image on it that is needed, and then this is your Tash 20 emulator.
Hmm.
So it works pretty well. It's not too bad. Where did I put my little? I don't know where I put it, but I can put this back in here. So I needed some more of those for me to make them. Oh, there it is. Bunch more Mauser stuff. Mauser stuff. These are. What did I buy here? Oh, these are sockets.
Never have enough pockets.
Oh, more stuff from Mauser. I'm telling you, I went Mauser crazy. I think.
Each time I go and buy Mauser, of course, I have to pay $100 just to make sure I don't pay shipping. Just for
Um,
the principle.
I think I got about $2,000 worth of Mauser stuff here, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Some more.
fine, for sure. Me in my case too.
See, even this is more Mauser here. Yeah, I had to buy a lot of Mauser. I bought quite a bit this year trip because a lot of different things working on. These came from Mauser also. More sockets. Oy. Anyway, then I bought some more ATX cables that I need for me to use as actually jumpers from the case from like a SE30 to the board because for some reason they go bad quick.
Really?
Yeah, I've had quite a few issues with them.
You can't recrimp them with new pins?
Um, maybe if I go take the whole cable apart and all that and crimp it and put it back or something. But
It's not worth the
yeah,
effort compared to the
yeah,
price, I guess.
yeah. These are some resistor packs for the classic rebuilds that I do. Um, I couldn't get them out of the U.S. These came out of Poland, so I need apparently this. Well, let me see which one it is. No one in the States seems to sell this, so I had to go far and get it.
Resistor packs? No one had them? That's odd.
Not actually this value. These are PRN 033s. So it's the ones that are on the classic board. So ended up going there to get them. Flux. So for some reason, I could not get the big 30-gram syringes. Amazon's been out of them. I mean, or the people on there that's in Amtech that sell it on there online. They didn't have any of the 30s.
Hmm.
So I had to get the small little tent. And I mean, God, this is so tiny. This not gonna last me long. That may last me a week if I'm lucky. Uh,
And be careful not to dox yourself.
uh. Oh yeah.
Careful not to dox yourself.
This is. I bought some more FPU units. Some more FPUs, and this is.
But it's not. It doesn't come from Mauser. You got them from what, eBay?
No, these I got off of eBay or off of Ali. These I think are my Vias. Yes, all of these are actually Via chips. Some Vias and then some PAL. I needed some. Well, some some of the Gal chips. Yeah,
Mhm.
for the SE30 programming, for the video stuff. I have some, but I'm running low, so I actually loaded up on some more.
Can you use the more modern ATF 1608 or 22 V10s, or do you have to use the older gals?
I got to use the older gal ones. See, these are the gal 16 V8A. So these are the older ones. And then what's in here now? This giveaway. I don't know which one that is. I'll have to check. Then I also got. There was one that I could never get. I can get the actually dip ones, but now these are the PLCC ones, which is that UH7 on the board, on the SE30 board. So I finally found them. Now if they will work, I don't know. But Mauser nor actually DigiKey nor actually Jamco had these. This is still ATF 16
Oh, it's
V8.
ATF, not Lattice.
This one is actually ATF. These. This is the ATF 16 actually V8s.
And Mauser and the rest in the States did not have
Did
them.
not have them. I could not get them from them.
Yeah, I would definitely check those if you have your tester, just to make sure.
Yeah, those came off of eBay. So, but also probably I'm sure out of China.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
for
this
sure.
one?
I was lucky. I bought some 512K SRAMs lately from Ali, and
Mhm.
I was sure like some of them would not pass the test, and they all did. A
They
few
all passed.
tests, yeah, they all passed.
And then I managed to find two 68030 processor chips that I need for me to have as backup for the SE30 reloads that I do. But I only got two because they were like expensive.
Expensive.
Most of the time CPUs are actually good on the boards, but I just wanted to have a couple
Yeah,
just for backup. So I have two there. This is Mauser stuff. This is blue actually LEDs, red LEDs, and a whole thing here of 180 tiny 25s, and a bunch of SD memory cards.
never seen that brand before, but then again, there are thousands.
These this I think you buy them in a pack of 10. I mean, you get two of these, and I don't remember the price, but they weren't too bad. They come out to like actually $1 something each.
Yeah.
I have bought cheaper before, and they've all been crap. So I don't
Cheaper.
mind paying a dollar. I don't mind paying actually $1, huh?
Yeah,
So I really don't mind paying actually $1 for it or $1 something. I don't mind that. So anyway, so that's a lot of the. Oh my god! If you only saw what I have on the floor down here.
you did not see my floor. I can barely walk in my office. Oh, yeah. It's clean. Well, you have more space.
See all that down there?
Yeah.
That's that's the stuff I just finished unpacking.
Mm.
So then I still have what's you see over here. This
Yeah.
pile over here that's under the scope. So you can see quite a bit more of it has shown up there.
Mm.
So, and then my big collection of boards way back there that you probably can't see too well. Oh, all that stuff there was in one suitcase. Except for these. These were in my carry-on. Another thing that Scott was using that I really liked at his house, that he was using at his bench, were these things.
Oh yeah, the Kim wipes. Yeah.
Okay, the actually Kimtech actually fabric things that are actually lint free. Now I've seen some on there that are very expensive, but these were like $9, and they're actually lint free. They're actually pre-cut. You just pull it out, and they're very good for for this type of work instead of using paper towels that I've been using,
Mm-hmm.
because they're lint free and a bit better. Now this here, these are my new SE30 blue boards.
Well, that's a nice blue.
Yeah, sorry about the light shining on it, but let's see if
I
I
just
turn it
had this.
there.
I just had the dumbest mishap.
What happened?
I have this motherboard that it doesn't have the front panel connectors marked on it for a case. It's a PC motherboard. So I looked up the manual for it, but I think the manual was wrong. And I have the old case that this motherboard was in, and I know that there's a diagram inside the case. But the case was all rusty and it's been in my trash pile outside for months. So I went out to my trash pile outside for months and I brought the case in to open it up and take a picture of the diagram. It's full of spiders.
Hmm.
And one of the spiders got on me. And like now I feel like I've got like 8 million spiders everywhere. I think I
Mm-hmm.
don't, but I certainly feel like I do.
Wow.
So I ended up getting actually blue boards.
So you designed the board?
No. These are the ones from actually Bowl.
Yeah, it's a SE30 reloaded board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the ones from Bowl that. So we can easily.
That's gonna be hours of fun to resolder.
Oh, I do these all the time. I don't mind them.
Yeah, Will is the pro at these reloaded boards. He's the go-to guy to get a reloaded board done.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of them, and then these are my classic ones. See, this is for the classic.
Okay.
I also have this actually purple but um, some people been asking for some that are in actually blue, so I bought 20 of them that are blue.
Mine was black. I like the black
So
board.
so my other ones are purple because most of my boards are actually purple. And then, but some people wanted blue, so I got some blue. Adam is one that wants one in blue because he's building that actually blue machine.
Oh yeah, that'll look good. Did you see
So
what he did with the screen?
no, I haven't watched this whole past 2 weeks. I haven't watched really any streams. I've been traveling and out. So
He used a heat gun to like sort of melt a camera gel that's blue, a lighting gel, onto the CRT to give it a blue tint.
and it came out good.
Yeah, it
Seems
came
to.
out all right.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, amazing stuff that coming out. Real amazing. So, Frederick, I don't think earlier you saw. Were you watching from the beginning or not? No, huh?
No, I wasn't. I was traveling back to home.
All right, let me move all this stuff here. Let me see if I can get to him. When I was in Dallas, I met someone that I was looking for a while and trying to reach him on actually 68K, and I could not reach him. But when I was in Dallas at the actually meet and greet that was set up, this person shows up and he tells me, "I am Warmac. I'm the one you've been looking for." And he comes and brings me this board. Now this is a Lisa, a 2 MB RAM card, 2 MB,
Oh.
and it actually uses Sims, 30-pin Sims. So this is a prototype recreation board because Warmac actually designed quite a lot of the actually Lisa boards, some of the actually redesigned boards.
Right.
Him and actually Alex the cat designed them. Matter of fact, I have where is it? Mm, if you see how some of my original Lisa boards came to me and then the rebuilt.
Do you have a functional Lisa?
Almost. This was a bombed Lisa, as you can see.
Oh.
Soon to be
But
functional.
but this was the donor board. This is the one that I salvaged, and I got a lot of stuff off of it. Just some things I couldn't do, but I was able to find actually replacements
Mm-hmm.
and to build this.
Ah, okay.
And so now Alex the cat 123, a brilliant guy that's in university now, and him and Warmac have been working on a lot of these boards together. And there's also one for the actually CPU card. There's a design for the normal memory cards, and now for the one that uses Sims,
Mm-hmm.
and also for the actually power supply board. And I actually have them all here. I have just about every single recreated PCB that is available for the actually Lisa. I have got here that
Okay.
I need to build some of them. But this one has been built. But the only problem is that this cop chip we think is bad. Okay, now I do have there finding a cop chip that works is next to impossible. But there is a cop, there is an actually replacement for this, which is an actually cop emulator board.
Is it a FPGA or is it just like a little microcontroller or what?
No, well, it uses a different type of cop chip and an actually EEPROM and some other things, and it works. So I do have the stuff to make it. I just have not made it yet. So because I've been busy. Now this is actually my own project. Lisa is actually my own machine, but I've been fixing boards for other people, and those are actually paying customers, so they take actually priority over actually my own stuff.
Yeah, of course.
So I haven't had a chance to come back to this and work on this. So, but I do need to build that and program it and test it. But I need to put my Lisa all back together because the main harness, the main cable harness that was in the Lisa was bad. So I got a new one and I need to put it back. But my case too had a couple areas that were rusting, so I need to work on that.
Hmm.
Then I need to put it all back together and everything. Now this board did go in the machine. It did come on. It did chime, but it gave me an X on the actually logic board, on the actually
Okay.
I/O board, which is what this one is. So that's where then between Warmac and Alex, they told me that it's the cop chip more than likely because everything else tested okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to put that in there. Now you see now that not only did I have to rebuild that board, but I also had to let me move these two out of the way. I don't know if you can see it down here, but I had to do a whole new rebuild board also that is down here. So if I pop out the actually CPU card, and then this is one of the memory cards here. Pop this out. So this whole board down here has also been actually remade, redone. Okay.
Hmm.
So this mine of this was, I mean, beyond repair. Matter of fact, where's the original? Yeah, here it is. This is the original one. So you can see how
Oh
bad it all was and practically gone.
boy, what happened?
So right here is where that card sits with the battery right here, and
Oh,
leaks right into that. You see,
must have,
because
must
when
have stayed there for quite a while to have done all that damage.
yeah, yeah, you see, because there and then it leaked and
Hmm.
came onto there. So
Question, Will, are
uh-huh.
you using a wireless headset?
Yeah, am I dropping?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
crackles and drops once in a while.
Yeah, what the problem is that I think the cable here is giving me some trouble.
Ah, okay.
So when I stick it in my pocket, it kind of messes up. If I leave it on the bench, it's okay.
Ah, I see.
So, but yeah, you see, so I have more parts to actually make more of these boards. I've got like five of them, and because I've got two actually Lisas, I've got one is here with me, and one is still up at the house up in actually Florida. But I did bring the cage with me, so I have the cage here that I can test it and make sure it works, and then take it back up to Florida.
Hmm.
So hopefully I can get both of these Lisas back up and working. So we'll have to see what we can do. But yeah, it's been a lot of work. It's been fun. I mean, building this and talking with Alex and with Warmac on it has been very interesting to try to get their take on it. Now, okay, now there is also another project that is in the works that recreates a full Lisa, a modern Lisa.
With the exact same cards,
No,
or a
using
reduced version?
using actually FPGAs
Okay.
and a lot of other things that are being worked on. So I don't know full details of it, but I know there's some work out there being done with it. So now I put this one in, that goes in there. So see, so that's the whole cage there. So now the only thing that is bad really is the cop chip that we can tell so far. So, but having a 2 meg memory card is going to be kind of neat to build and see. But the other thing, oh, hold on, let me get these off my bench here because I'm running out of space.
I've discovered why my computer won't turn on.
It's not plugged in.
The wire came off of my power switch.
Whoops.
I
So
unplugged
yeah,
the front
basically
panel
it was not plugged
connector and
in.
just shorted. I unplugged the front panel and then just shorted the 2 pins with the screwdriver. Came right on.
On
So
your
I got to
motherboard,
resolder those buttons.
What's
it?
bomb. There's no silk screen to tell you which is the LED for the power and whatnot.
Nope.
So another card that actually Warmac provided for me, which this was why I was really hunting for him. Okay, for like the past few months, I've been sending him messages on actually 68K and all that. He created this card. This is a replacement card for the HD20 hard drive that goes inside the case.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of this working with the original hard drive that would sit here, this is a Tash 20 emulator. Okay, now the Tash 20, if you don't know what it is a full replacement for the HD20 hard drive. This is a Tash 20.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, what actually Warmac redesigned was the card that goes inside the case. You can replace it with this card, and it gets the power from the floppy port. Okay, and you put your SD card here with the image on it and everything, and it it looks like a HD20, but it's not running off of the hard drive, and you don't even need the power supply, so you don't even need to plug it into power. So really, it gives you the image of running an actually hard drive, an actually HD20
Mm-hmm.
underneath your Mac, but really it's all coming off of this. But the nice thing that he added was that you could actually recap the power supply, because for you to do this next thing, you do need the power supply. And he's got 2 connections here. One is for the opto and one is for the actually stepper motor. So these two here would connect to the stepper motor and the opto that is on the hard drive itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can and with that then is that whenever there's an AT tiny chip sitting right here. Whenever they actually pick, or whenever the Tash is accessing or it's is reading, the AT tiny intercepts it. Okay, and it will activate the actually stepper, and it'll make it sound like the hard drive is actually searching and seeking based on what the actually Tash what the actually pick is doing.
Right.
Okay, so it will sound like a true HD20, but the actually hard drive inside is not spinning. It's only using the actually stepper motor.
Mm-hmm. But so the sound is generated how exactly?
From the physical stepper motor moving.
Yeah, it's still moving the motor.
Okay.
It is still moving that for it to sound like it's seeking and searching and
Right.
spinning and so forth,
Yeah,
but it's not really spinning.
it's actually
Minus
moving the heads, right? It's just not spinning
yeah,
the disc.
yeah, exactly. Minus the disc motor for the
Right,
flat.
right.
Okay.
So basically, it's It will weigh the same. It'll feel the same as a HD20 because you still need that hard drive in there. You still need the power supply in there. You still
Mm-hmm.
need all that weight, and it'll sound like a true HD20. But it's not. It's actually an actually 80. It's actually an actually Tash actually 20 in there. So now this board has not been released yet. It's something that he was working on, and then what happened was that he had a daughter born, so he has a little one at home, and he has not had time to do much work at all. So that's why a lot of his projects are on the sideline right now.
Yeah.
But he knows what I've been doing with the tashes and so forth. So he sent me all the information and that, and for me to try to see what I can do with this and get some working. And that he does have one working, but there's some botches that need to get done. So I'm gonna try this. So these are the two things that I got from him when I was in Dallas. I mean, here I am sitting at this table meeting other people, and who is it sits down in front of me? Warmack, the one person that I've been looking for, not even knowing that he lives in Dallas. Yeah, well, in the Dallas area. I mean,
Mm.
he actually lives like an hour and a half south of actually where we were, but he went and came all the way up there just to bring me these and to actually meet me. So I am very thankful for what he did, and I'm very glad that I met him because he's got some amazing projects that he actually mentioned to me and that he discussed that are being done with some other people, which one of them is the actually Apple Lisa recreation.
Are there a
So
lot of people that is there a big community for Lisa recreation? Do you think?
I don't know how many people are involved with the project. He didn't really tell me, but he did say that it's being worked on. How many I don't know, but I was surprised to see how big this community is in the Dallas area, in the Dallas Fort Worth area and surroundings.
Okay, just there was a lot. Okay.
Okay, just there's a lot of people. I mean, Scott that I was visiting, when I saw his actually collection, I was blown away and what at the amount of stuff that he has, and he doesn't even have time to go through everything. Then I also met another person, a Pitar. I don't know if you've seen him a lot on the different videos channels with the different. He does have his own channel, but not too many videos. But he does visit a lot of other people streaming, and he's very active in the messages and also
Hmm.
Facebook. He has an
Oh yeah.
amazingly huge collection.
How
Pitar,
is it spelled?
Petar.
Yes, I've seen him
Okay,
on
well,
Discord.
I met him in person. He also lives there in Dallas,
Hmm.
in the Dallas area where I was, and met him in person. Great guy, very pleasant to talk with, very well knowledgeable, knows his stuff inside and out. Oh my God, he's got some of the rarest things I've ever seen. Okay, I mean, he's got some cards that are like there's only 3 or 4 of them left in the world, and he's got one of them. So amazing things that he's got. So, and I think oh, what that card was and that it is a card to opt to run an actually Twiggy floppy drive on an Apple III.
What is when a Twiggy rings a bell? Sorry.
Twiggy floppy drives are the floppy drives that were in the actually original Lisa one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very strange floppy
Very
drives.
strange, very rare, very prone to problems. Okay, because what they had two different they had, you know how floppies have just one actually cut out.
Yes.
Okay, a Twiggy has one here and one up here.
Okay.
Okay, so if you don't know about them, look up actually a Twiggy floppies. You'll see
Okay.
what they look like and what their drives are. But there's only a handful of these cards that will run a Twiggy floppy drive on the Apple III, and he's got one of them. There's only like 3 or 4 of them left in the world of those cards that they know of. Okay, and then he's got some other very rare actually video cards that are unbelievable.
Yeah, I just
So
looking at it right now. It is indeed weird. Where'd you put your finger when you insert it?
Luke, you were having a snowball fight. Oh my God, you up there in the snow. Thank God it's not me. No, I'm not working on my Lisa. I haven't had time to work on it. Yeah, those actually Twiggy cards are very, very rare. Good luck finding one. Good luck finding an actually Twiggy drive to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, when I saw some of the collection stuff that actually Pitar has in there, I was just like, wow, I was blown away. Some of the rare things, and I mean, it's amazing what he's got. So, but that's what happens when someone's been in this and with Apple and collecting from 1995. I think he said that he started doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been doing it for a long time. So, but yeah, I'm very eager to and very excited to start working on some of these things. But before I can even start working on any of these, I got a lot of things I need to put away. I bought a lot of stuff that I brought down with me, and different things that I have here. Let me go see if I can get some of these boards.
Yeah, you know how hindsight is always 2020. Had I known what I know now, I would have kept everything I had. Wow, imagine the collection I would have.
This one is the Quadra 950 that I got from. Now apparently this is a not just a regular Quadra. I'll have to look what Jake called it. It's like a. Because I pack these things in my suitcase when I come, I gotta really wrap them good. And so now, Frederick, you don't know, but the thing is that I live down in the Cayman Islands, so that's what I mean. I have to pack things in my suitcase and bring down here with me.
Okay.
I I go up to the states and actually a few times a year. I have a house over in actually Florida, and people actually ship things to me there, and then I pick them up and I bring them down here and I work on them. Then I take them back up and I will ship them back to them.
Hmm.
I don't work anymore full time. I'm actually retired already. I retired at actually 52. I'm now 54. So, and it was the best thing I ever did. Retire young if you can, and actually enjoy life.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I'm a bit older, unfortunately, but I need to continue to work. I'll I
Okay,
will
so
quit the stream for now, but I'll come back a bit later. Until what time?
I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna go because I was up from like 4 o'clock this morning, so I am getting a bit tired too.
All right. I'm going to
So
drive,
I'm
unfortunately.
yeah, okay. Well, I may keep it going for a little bit more and then see because I went through most of the stuff and the rest is just boards and I don't want to open all those up because I have them marked and sorted out by the different individual customers, so I need to
Yeah,
keep them that way.
perfect.
So,
Well,
but anyway, thank you, Frederick, for stopping in.
my pleasure.
It was nice seeing you.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah. Bye.
bye. So yeah, Gabon, what he's saying, this is a Quadra 950 a Zydeco prototype logic board.
Interesting.
So I never heard of the Zydeco.
Either.
So now it to me it looks the same as a normal Quadra, but my damage is up here because the battery bombed and then leaked all here and here, and I'm gonna have to take off a lot of these RAM sockets. Um, see, may have to take off some more here. These normally it's right here that goes bad. Some of these further in the back, some of these further in the back normally are actually okay. So I gotta check this under the scope and see if there's any trace damage and fix them and then put back in some sockets. See, so we can see. Let me get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's where all the damage really happened.
Looks kind of nasty.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as the one that I had to fix for myself. So this one is not too bad. But I got too much stuff under my scope right now. I can't go move and put this under the scope and take a look. It's my bench has got too much stuff on it. So yeah, so this one, that's what I got to do to it. This is for Jake, so I may end up doing this first. I always like working on these quadra boards. They're interesting, and especially if I can get this one solved. I did see when I was up in Florida. I do have a work area set up there, and I looked at it and I found three traces there that were broken. But I waited till I get down here to my better tools to work on it.
Hmm.
This side here, I don't think is any. I didn't see any trace damage on this side. They were all over here. They were all on this one. So here, I'll probably just actually tone it out and make sure everything is good across. So they are really not that bad. I mean, there's not much on the bottom. There's really none of the traces really run on the bottom for the memory. Yeah, none of them do. Nice. So I'm not really sure what he means by the actually Zydeco board, spelled oh Zydeco, Zydeco.
Sounds like it's just some internal code name.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything on it. Let me do a quick search here. Zydeco Apple. Looks like Zydeco is a music group also, best by Zydeco and various artists.
Oh, I think it's a record label also.
Could be. Yeah, it looks here. Yeah, it looks okay. I just found something on it here. Quadrant 950 specs, code name Amazon, and also Zydeco. Those were the code names for it. So yes, actually internal names. Really, what they meant, what if there's any difference between the two, I don't know yet. I'm just yeah, it really doesn't say. I don't see it. I don't see the word Zydeco mentioned anywhere else in this article. So yeah, it looks like it was just a code name. I'm looking forward to my 950 case coming that I can finally put my board in a case and have a power supply for it that works.
Have you been just running it on a test bench or
Yes. I've been running it on that with an actually ATX um, power conversion board that I have for it.
Hey Dave.
So, Dave, hey, I am back for your Halloween feed
You gonna
stream.
wear a costume?
Uh, I wear one every day. I'm in one every day. Am I not? So I really I don't really have anything here that I can I don't know. I'll have to see if I can make something. But anyway, so yeah, so this is the quadra board that I need to work on for Jake. But I think really the first thing I got to do is I got to make some memory because there's people wanting to buy memory sticks and I don't have any. I don't have any in stock right now. I don't have any made. Some some people are wanting memory, so uh,
And this computer's gone wonky. Just doesn't want to start right.
so that's the one that you don't know what the pinning is for, right?
Yeah, I got that fixed.
Okay. Yeah, so these are those Kimtech paper towels. I mean, yeah, they are lint free. They're a bit tougher.
They look kind of like coffee filters. I use
Yeah, you're
coffee
right.
filters
Yes.
for lid-free cleaning stuff.
Yeah. So Delicate Task Wipes, Science brand, and they are lint free. Yeah. Lint guard, anti-static, poly shield, lint guard. Yeah. So be nice to use them instead of the paper towels I've been using. But now I gotta rearrange my bench here on my desk. It's too many things getting all over the place that I gotta lay it out a bit better and easier for me to work with. So who's all here? Luke is still here, and Dave is here. Frank has is gone already. Martin is probably gone, or you're still there, Martin?
He's in the UK, so it's got to be really late at night
Oh
for him.
yeah, well, yeah. When I saw Martin Mac, I thought that was that Mac person that's on our Discord, but I guess
Yeah,
I
that
got the
is
two names
same
mixed.
guy.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh,
The
so
Go
Sean orders from MPJA. Sorry, I'm just going back through some of this chat stuff. I've been missing a lot of it. At least my computer now is running normal speed again.
My Go Tech has gone funny. It just doesn't. I have to reprogram it like pretty much every time I turn the computer on. I got to hold the two buttons in, and
Hmm.
then it reprograms the firmware again.
Oh,
I'm not
geez.
sure what the deal is with it.
I bought one of those last trip and I haven't even used it yet. I bought it for me to have it for me to work on the two actually K Pros that I have, but I haven't had time. I mean, I got all these boards for people to work on.
The serial mouse doesn't work here either. Try it in the other serial port. Nope.
Luke, sorry, I'm just now going back to reading some of your comments about the printing of the cases and that. Yeah, there are. I mean, there's some filament coming out now, or if it's already available, that has almost like a perfect color match. I don't know if it's out there for the power books yet, but and yes, if you some of the printers are getting big enough now for them, but again, the thing is that how is the 3D print going to be? Right? I mean, 3D print is not the same as the injection mold ones that are out there.
I have some filament from a company called Color Fab that are out of I think they're from the Netherlands.
Yeah, they make
And
the one that matches the beige color, right? Yeah.
yep. And I've printed some stuff on the Bamboo, and the Bamboo has a very fine mode.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the lines at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing the quality that you can get out of that printer, and it's like fast too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I've
I
been
think
printing bezels. Like I printed this. This is a plastic faceplate that I printed just with the Bamboo, and it's got this
yeah, and
nice textured look
you
to it.
you put that on one machine that had that's for a blue SCSI, is it not, that you designed?
Yeah,
Or,
it's for a compact flash
okay. All
hard
right.
drive.
Yeah.
I got Windows 98 on here. This is more PC oriented, but it can do multiple colors. See, I used only a little bit of the color fab, and then I used just some white to save money because the white's cheap. The color
Yeah,
fab's $80 a spool.
yeah. Sloopy, hey Sloopy.
Hey, Sloopy, how was the Cocoa Nation?
Well, look, I mean, based on what Gubbomb is saying, it will look good. I mean, you just saw what he had there. It could end up being perfect. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah,
can only go by
this
some of the prints that I've seen. Now, some things I know have come out beautifully and perfect, and you can't even tell that they were 3D printed. But then again, too, I've seen some things actually 3D printed that are you're like, ugh.
yeah. This GoTech cover is 3D printed, including the blue. I didn't like paint that on. I just did a 2-color print.
Wow, very nice. Yeah, these cases here that I use we use on our macrometers, these are actually resin printed, but they're printed by actually JLC,
Hmm.
and they look
Yeah,
very smooth and nice and perfect. I mean, you can't even tell that these were actually 3D printed.
yeah. This is, I printed it in this. I printed this in this orientation. So normally you'd see the lines going up this direction.
Hmm.
But let me see. Let me get my face out of the shot. So you can't even see the lines on here unless you look right at the corner. So
Yeah,
the
it's
the
hard to know
quality's
how
gone way up.
it is hard to know how a whole case or something will come out. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of surface area. It's a lot of pieces.
Plus
Um,
these are flat.
yeah.
Curves, you're going to notice more variance when there's curves. When it's flat, you can pretty much get it just perfect like that.
Yeah.
I had an Ender 3 V2 before this, and I had it like dialed in as good as you can get an Ender 3 V2, and it was okay. I wasn't prepared for how good the bamboo was going to be, though. I didn't know how much better it was going to be, and I was blown away.
Yeah, it's I don't the Jake has the bamboo and I don't think he has all the settings dialed in right because some of the things are I mean some of the things he prints come out beautiful
Hmm.
like I mean these guys this is an actually ROM sim holder. Okay, so I've got my different ROM sims in here. And
Hmm.
what's nice with these is that you can stack them on top of each other. They will fit inside each other.
That's
Um,
great.
and it's printed very nicely. I mean, this here you can barely. I can feel lines, but I think that's the texture that actually Joaquin put on it when he made it.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
the bamboo comes with a textured build plate. So whenever you're building something, you put it face down on it, and then you get this come on, focus. You get this nice plastic it looks it looks quality and it doesn't feel shiny smooth. There's a little bit of a texture to it.
Yeah. So this printed out real nice, but I think it can be actually smoother because I do see quite a bit of lines and that, and I don't know if I'm supposed to. So really, I
Well,
don't know how it was designed.
there are speed settings too. If you set it faster, it will print with less detail, so you'll see the lines.
Hmm.
Or you can print it regular speed, which is still about 5 times faster than an Ender, and you get excellent quality.
Yeah.
It's so much louder though than the Ender. The Ender printers are much quieter because they're not going so fast, so they don't have to have as big of a cooling fan to to cool it off. The fan sounds like a jet engine the whole time it's going.
Hmm. Worthwhile putting it in a different room than you are.
Yeah. Now an ultrasonic cleaner is louder.
Okay. Well, I have those there actually behind me, And but normally I don't run them too much when I'm in here.
Yeah.
I run them like when I need to go out for lunch or go do something. So all right, what's he adding? I was mainly going for speed with the ender and managed to get reasonable quality at 150 millimeters per second.
Yeah, the standard speed, which gives like really good quality, like this guy, is 200 millimeters per second. And you can go up to 160% of that at its top speed
So
for like printing prototypes and stuff.
so the base speed, the actually standard speed for the bamboo is 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could probably slow it down to like 100 and that, and it'll give you much better detail and go to a finer setting.
Yeah, when you go down to the ultra fine setting, I think it's like around 150, but then you've got like 0.8 millimeter layers, so it's really fine detail.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up printing the same model at the same in the same amount of time that you would if you were printing it at like 0.28 on an ender.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And
Interesting.
it always prints the first layer slow, so it will get on there. But slow is relative. On an ender, the first layer will print at like 20, and this one prints at 60 for its first layer.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I'll have to look at one of those, but that's, I mean, for
They
you
are
see,
an investment.
well, for me, it's, I mean, $1,500 to buy it. Then I have to ship it to Cayman,
Yep.
and then I gotta pay import duty on shipping on the cost of the item plus shipping. So,
I didn't get the $1,500 one. I got the mid-range one, which was 950
uh,
because it's basically the same printer. The high end one, the X1C, that
mm-hmm,
one has like a LiDAR sensor on it, and the camera can monitor your print and stop the print if it sees like spaghetti and stuff. But this printer is that's very uncommon on a on one of these printers anyway to even get a failed print. I've printed
mm-hmm,
probably like 50 or 60 things on this thing since I got it, and I had one failed print.
hmm.
And that was because I was pushing the speed.
0.28 is bad on my ender. What do you mean by that, Luke?
Probably when you put the layer height up to 0.28, it's not very pretty.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, but anyway, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna. What time is it? 9:08. I think I'm gonna call it quits. I'm sitting here yawning and feeling sleepy. So I need to see about getting some sleep tonight. And tomorrow I gotta go do some stuff in town. And probably in the afternoon I may start working on some things.
Well,
So
thanks for the stream.
no, yeah, yeah. I mean, I like to sometimes show some of the stuff I got, but oh my God, my work area is a disaster right now. So I want to sort all this stuff out and actually put it away and make where I feel a bit more comfortable. But one of the first things I got to start working on is I have to make some RAM. I have to make some RAM for me to send to Jake because I've got people wanting to buy more. So I'm gonna try it with the actually solder paste. I'm gonna try that. That's why I bought the solder paste because I want to see if using it to make the RAM, if it ends up speeding it up instead of, because for me to make 56 sims is gonna take some time.
Which brand did you get? Chip Quick?
No, well, this is not flux. This is solder paste.
Chip Quick makes solder paste too.
Oh, they do too. Okay, no, I don't think this is chip quick. Wonder Way. I don't know how this is gonna be, but we'll see. Melting point is 183. No actually clean. 10 lead solder paste.
So basically, you just stick the stuff down and then you blow some hot air at it, and it's
You put
just
this on, and you put your chip in it, and then you just put some hot air on it, and then it will solder it.
nice. Yeah, I'm
So
curious how it works.
yeah, well, me too. Honestly, I really want to see how this is gonna work, and see how the quality comes out, and if it's gonna make it a bit simpler to do those, because if I can just put a solder paste on there and put the chips in and then hold it down and just put some hot air on it, and it does the rest for me. That's much easier for me. That's much quicker.
Yep.
So, and the fact that it doesn't take too much heat is really good too. 183 is not that much with the actually hot air. So that should actually stick pretty quick, and I shouldn't have missed actually legs like I do sometimes. So because I've been making all this RAM by actually hand. I mean, with my soldering iron and sitting there holding the chip and then actually soldering it
Yeah,
and
that'll speed up the process.
yeah, I just been dragging it. That's the way I've been doing it. So, and then I mean, not only do I need to put chips, but then I also got two actually capacitors, and then I got two actually LEDs, two actually resistors.
Yeah, those LEDs are surface mount too, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Everything is surface mount on it. And then I've got to program the actually AT tinies, and then I got to solder them on there too. So, but if I can do the RAM chips, if I can do the RAM and the actually resistor and the capacitors with a solder paste, it speeds up the process. It would be a very good win for me.
yeah, here's what you do. You get all of that stuff, and then you get a conveyor belt that you put it on, like a treadmill or whatever, and then you just have it go through an oven, and it'll go in wet, come out cooked.
Hey, that's an idea. I just put them all on a baking sheet and then and,
Yeah, stick them in
and
the oven.
stick it in the oven, man. Because if it's actually 183, if that's the melting point, if I put that thing in like 185 or 190, it should be fine.
Yep.
You see, so and then just watch it. As soon as I see it melt and as you stick, and that should be done.
You probably wouldn't want to eat out of that oven after the fumes, though.
Yeah, that's true. I may want to just do like a toaster oven again and see, but no, I'll just do it with my hot air. I mean, I normally make actually four of them at a time. I actually break down my boards into pieces of four,
Hmm.
and then I do four at one time, because four of them is actually 172 pin sim that I take apart.
Yep.
So that's actually eight
Do
chips.
they do the Sims? I know you want to add. I just have one more question. Do the Sims come like perforated, like as a sheet, or do they
Yeah.
just come individually?
Hold on here. Let me show you. You didn't see it earlier?
I probably wasn't paying close enough attention. Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you leave them on the sheet while you're making them, and then you pop them off
One, two,
later?
three,
Or
four. No, well, I will break it. I think I have a broken. Yeah, you see, I sent eight to actually Jake, so I'll do one, two, three, four. I'll break it this way, so I'll
Mhm.
make four and four.
Nice.
You see, so I will break this. Now it's two, and then I'll break this into half, and then this into half. Yeah, there. You see, so I do
Perfect.
four of them at a time. So I think I can put a solder mask on, and then, well, not a solder mask, but the solder paste. I can put that on all of them. Place the chip, because the actually solder mask will actually hold the chip in place.
Yep.
Okay, and then I just apply some actually heat to it, and it won't blow it away, because the solder paste is thicker than flux. Okay, so it will hold it a lot better. So it should not blow it away. So I should just be able to just position everything on the board, and then once I have it ready, just come with the hot air and blow it on it and see what it does.
Yeah. Make a
I'll try it
video when
tomorrow.
you try it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll definitely do a video on it tomorrow, because that's the first thing I need to do. I need to make as much RAM as I can for me to send to Jake, because I've got one person that wants to buy like actually 24 of them.
Nice.
So that will actually half what I have right away. So you see, so and there's more people waiting for it. So since actually Adrian's video, we've been selling quite a few more things. So
Nice.
but anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Those of you that have joined in and are still here, thank you for watching. God Bomb, thank you for stepping in for a little bit and keeping me company here.
No problem.
Frederick, you also, thank you so much. And Luke and Dave and Martin Mack, and who else was here? Frank S. Sloopy stopped in. I don't know if he's still here watching. I see two people watching. So,
Sean, too.
yeah, Sean was here. Who else was here? Retro Techie was in here. Martin Mack. I think that's everybody. Did I miss anyone? No. I think that's sort of the people that stepped in. And didn't
I
really
can't
see.
wait to find out. I can't wait to find out what I screwed up on those Dan cards.
Yeah, I need to work on. I will work on that too. I can't promise you when, but one day when I am not in the mood for working on a board, I want to do something different. I will sidetrack and probably work on that. So, but that's the thing. I've got 6 weeks. My next trip to Florida is in 6 weeks. So I have 6 weeks to try to get as many boards done as I can for me to ship them back to their owners.
Well, I will send you this classic board before then, so it'll be
So,
waiting for
okay.
you when you get there.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm there December 7th, and I'll probably come back like December 20th or so. So somewhere around there. I'll probably stay up there 2 weeks.
Cool.
So
I will see you later.
yeah. Okay. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thanks again for watching. Bye.